All right, phonics today, lesson 49, which means we have a spelling test tomorrow. Okay. We ready to read through some sounds?
Yeah.
Okay, do we need our writing utensils right now?
No.
Okay. Let me make this bigger. Right. Might be easier if I do this. So, right? All. Ow. O. I. Which one is the short sound, everybody? I is the short sound. E. Which one is the short sound? A. At the end of a short word. Sh. Ch. A. Which one is the short sound? Is short. U. Which one is short? Two sounds. Ooh. Where are those usually at? Yeah, in the middle of a word. E.
In the middle of a word.
Exactly. O. The short sound is Qua. R. Oi. At the end of a short word, usually.
Or at the beginning.
Occasionally, it would be at the beginning. J. At the end of a word, but what's right in front of this J, everybody?
Short vowel.
And our short vowels say A, E, I, Oi. In the middle of a word, but are there some times where it is also at the beginning? Ear. At the end of a word, and what's right in front of it? A short vowel. It's the CK at the end of a word when there's a short vowel in front of it. Again, our short vowels say A, E, I, W. A, E, I, O, U, I. What's the rule with all of those that we see there? Lucas? Are you kind of flustered now? Haley, can you help him out?
That they all say their name.
They all say their names because you were going to say
The E jumps over the consonant to make it say its name.
right. This silent E, like you said, jumps over that consonant to make that vowel say its own name.
Did you do attendance?
No, I need to. Ch. At the end of a word, and for it to have the TCH at the end of that word, well, it has to be right in front of it. A
Short vowel.
And our short vowels say A, E, I, usually found in a word?
In the
Middle. It can also sometimes be at the beginning. Like in oat, like oatmeal. Ah. Or, okay, 2-hour papers or whiteboards. Here we go. Let me take attendance though. Thanks for that reminder, Connor. Okay. First sound. Ear. What's the sound?
ear.
Can be a word too, but
That is so true. Kind of funny that this is the next sound. Ing. Get it? The first one was ear, and now we have ing. Ing. Ooh, we haven't had this one for a while. Ez. For our next sound, you're going to write 3 ways for it. J. What's the sound? J. Yep, 3 ways for it. All right, for this next one, think of long O. Do you remember the sound that long O makes? All right, long O in the middle of a word. Oh, now I'm really going to test your brain and your memory here. It's the J sound, but it's before E, I, or Y. J, before E, I, or Y. All right, let's go through these. So for ear, what does everybody have?
E-A-R.
Good job. Oh, we don't want that. All right. The next sound that you wrote was ing. What did you put?
I-N-G.
after that was es.
E-S.
Good job. E-S.
3 ways from J.
Okay, do you think you figured out the 3 correct ways for the J sound? What is one of them, Raylan? D-G-E, yes. What is another way to write the J sound? Amy?
G.
Just a G. And the third way to write J.
Z-E.
That we've talked about so far. So we have D, G, E, G. What would our last one be?
J.
J. All right. Then we did long O in the middle of a word. What does long O say, everyone?
O.
O. Long vowels say their own name. So, what's a way that you wrote?
O-A.
O-A. What's another way for there to be a long O in the middle of a word?
O-O.
What's that? I didn't hear you.
O-W.
No, that would be at the end of a word.
O-O.
What are you thinking?
Consonant, silent E.
O, consonant, silent E. Because then is that O in the middle of that word?
Yeah.
Think of like the word hope. Is the long O in the middle of that word?
Yeah.
Okay. So would you agree with Raylyn? O, consonant, silent E? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
You should, because she's correct.
Wait, Miss Luffy, can we do 2 ways to do O-A?
No, I had just said one, but there was more than one right answer for that one. Okay, the last one we did was J, before E, I, or Y. So, friends, is that going to be the D-G-E, J?
No.
No. So what J is before E, I, or Y? Jenny?
G.
G.
I was gonna say G.
Oh, you were going to say that too. She's an idea thief. There's another one.
J.
J. Both of those are the J sound before E, I, or Y. Okay. Let's set our writing utensils back down. Okay, are we ready to read through some of our words?
Yes.
Ooh, straight into lots of words. What do you notice about all of these words? Hand on your head if you see something they all have in common. What do you notice, Raylyn?
They all have A-W.
And the A-W says what, everyone? Ah. So what are all of these words going to say when we come to the A-W? Ah. Here we go. Shawl, awning, crawl, fawn, seesaw, crawfish. This word means if you've ever seen on a building where it has like material that hangs over the side of it, or maybe a metal looking cover, like usually over the window. Do you know which word that is?
Shawl.
No? Awning, yes. Okay, this word is a baby deer. Fawn, yes. This word that I'm thinking of, if you ever see like little old ladies in cartoons and they wear one of these over their shoulders and it kind of hangs down. It's kind of like a cape, but a lot of times theirs is made out of like a crocheted or a knitted material. You know what I'm talking about, Jenny?
Shawl.
A shawl, yes. This is another word for like a teeter-totter. You know, like where you go up and down.
Seesaw.
A seesaw. This thing kind of looks like a, kind of like a miniature lobster. What is it, everybody?
Crawfish.
Crawfish. I think you know what crawl is, right? Okay, let's continue on. What do we notice about these words as well, everybody? And what does AW say? Oh. All right, let's read through these words. Sawdust, withdraw, drawl, claws, jigsaw, jawbone. Do they all have
No.
No. Are they different sounds that we've been practicing that they have for these words? Okay, let's read through them. Soil, drawing, speeding, boat, point, flaw.
What's the word that had drawing in it that was before this one?
Drawl. When I think of drawl, I think of someone that has like an accent. Some people say, oh, they have a southern drawl.
I mean like withdraw.
Oh, withdraw. If you withdraw from something, you get out of it. Or if you withdraw money from your bank account, you take money out of it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. We read through those, right? Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Let's read through these. Jenny?
On the last one, I saw that every single one of them had a vowel pair. Yeah, they do. Soil, drawing.
Several of them do. These two do not, but those do. You are correct. Vowel pair. Pair means how many? Two. So if it's a vowel pair, it is how many vowels together? Two. All right, let's read through these. Here we go. Paying, soak, moist, jaw, staying, toast. Coin, thaw, joining, road, coil, dawn. This word means to like twist up, kind of like a snake does. How they round themselves all up. Coil, yes. Anybody know what thaw means? What does it mean?
Like if something's frozen, you thaw it out.
Then if you thaw it, does that mean that it's still frozen
No.
or that it's not frozen?
No.
Not frozen. Okay. Dawn. Is that like when the sun's coming up or when the sun's going down?
The sun is coming up.
Yeah, the sun's coming up. That's the morning time. Okay, let's read through these. Showing, coast, tinfoil, ditch, glowing, roast. Paw, clutch, blowing, join, lawn, hatch. Show me how you would clutch something. If you're clutching it, do you grab a hold of it tightly? Okay. Let's look at these. Goat, broil, wedge, roach, boiling, checker. This is a type of insect. Raylan? Roach, yes. This would be, it could be a type of shoe. I love shoes, that's why I thought of it first. But it also could be like if you cut out like kind of like a triangle shape of let's say a watermelon. Okay, and you know how you can have slices, but you know how sometimes it's a little fatter at the green part and then it kind of comes in like this? You got a big old hunk of it. What's that word I'm thinking of that's on the board here? Haley?
Wedge.
A wedge, yes. Ooh, I'm going to try to trick you. This is something you do in the oven to foods, not on top of the stove, but in the oven at a really, really, really high heat. A lot of people will use this feature in their oven to kind of brown the top of the food that they're baking. What's the word that I'm thinking of? Lucas? Broil, yes. So then boiling, would you boil steak?
No.
What do we usually boil?
Eggs.
Well, but we can't just boil the eggs. What has to be in it for something to boil?
Water.
Some sort of liquid, right? Could lava be boiling?
Yes.
Yeah. Could soup be boiling?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, let's read the sentences together. Draw the lines for the bases. But was that very smooth sounding when we read that? No. Let's read it more fluently. Stand up. Amy, I'm going to be stepped to the side a little bit so your hair's not in the way. Okay, let's read this fluently. Point to the words as you're reading it. Here we go. Draw the lines for the bases. Sound like you're bossy this time, though. Here we go. Draw the lines for the bases. All right, look at this next sentence. Would we say that one in a bossy tone? Is that a bossy sentence? Or is that just a statement? It's just a statement. All right, so let's read that sentence together. The chicken was cooking on a charcoal grill. One more time. The chicken was cooking on a charcoal grill. Read those to yourself. Read them to yourself one more time. Let's read this one together. Stand up. Stand on one leg. Here we go. The hawk saw the fawn resting on the lawn. Switch legs. Let's read the other sentence. Pile straw on the roses so they don't freeze. All right, have a seat. Let's go through some words.
Write down some words.
First word. I'm on the wrong page. Okay, first word. Latches. Thank you for repeating the word. Is it okay to sound that out quietly to yourself to make sure you get every single sound in those words? Latches. Our next word, thaw. What's the word?
Thaw.
Thank you. Think about the sounds we've been learning. Aw, thaw. Think about what we've learned that says aw. Don't be lazy and just take guesses. Oh, sight word. Should. Friends, pens, pencils, whatever you have in your hand, down. Remember, I know that I was gone for a lot of days. Remember, when I say the words, what do you do?
Repeat them.
You repeat them, not only because I want to hear your beautiful, amazing voices, but so that you hear yourself saying that word out loud. So our sight word is should.
Should.
Thank you. Next word. Foaming. Watch my mouth. Watch my mouth. Foaming. What's the word?
Foaming.
So, ing. Is it okay to break apart those words like that? Definitely. The word after foaming is prance. Prance. Listen. Prance. Don't let that sound trick you. Okay, our next word is edge. 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 The next word, law. I didn't hear everybody.
Law.
Thank you. Have. That's a sight word. Have. Next is hearing. Like, watch my mouth. Hearing. Make sure you hear that sound. Hearing. So break it down by each of those sounds. Ear, ing. We're going to do one more word. Watch my mouth. Plunge. 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 And then we're going to do one sentence. You ready? Listen to every word and then repeat every word and then write every word. Here we go. Grab your gear when you go.
Grab your gear when you go.
Write it. Mm-hmm.
Is it explanational or just
Listen to how I say it. Grab your gear when you go. Okay, let's go through all of those. So our first word was, oh, I gotta get a writing utensil here. Okay, our first word was la. What about the ch in latch? As? Raylan? Yes, TCH. And then what says as in latches? Everybody.
yes?
ES. How'd you do? After latches, you had the word thaw. So, what says together?
TAH.
How about the aw sound we've been talking about? AW. Sight word. Should. You should know how to spell it. Double check yours. All right, then foaming. Let's break it down. First syllable, foam. What says O in foam? Yeah, because it's in the middle of that word. And then our What about ing? ING. After foaming was the word prance. So pr. E-R. A. N. What about the S? It is C-E. Lucas, please be done. Okay. Our next word was edge. Edge. So it's a short E, right? What's saying J at the end of that word?
D-G-E.
D-G-E. Law. What about awe?
L-A-W.
Sight word, have. You have to know how to spell this. H-A-V-E. Then, hearing. What about the ear?
E-A-R.
Ing.
I-N-G.
Okay, last word then was plunge. Pl.
P-L-L.
What about J?
G.
G.
E.
That actually needs an E there too. Okay, we had one sentence, and that was grab your gear when you go. What you needing?
Hearing kind of sounds like earring, but you just the H.
Mm-hmm.
You just use you don't use the
But
H.
earring is a compound word because it's the word ear and the word ring. Okay, grab. Make sure you capitalized it. Make sure your B looks like a B. Grab your, sight word, gear, the G, ear, sight word when, sight word you, and sight word go.
Are you gonna write go before you?
Mm-hmm. Grab your gear when go you. That would make sense. Not really. Okay, how'd you do?
Good. What? 100%.
Okay, just a little bit of new material. It's not going to be new to us, but they're going to give us some new sight words. Very. V-E-R-Y, very. Let's do it this way. Lids on your markers. Markers back on your desks. Eyes looking up at the board. Let's spell it. And then we're going to say the word 3 times. So, V-E-R-Y, very, very, very. Are we ready? We just did it, right? Should we go on to the next one?
Yeah.
We're going to skip that. Oops. Again. A-G-A-I-N. Again, again, again. Ooh, what's this one?
Against.
Against. A-G-A-I-N-S-T. Against, against, against. All right, we'll practice those later. What I want you to do right now is get out your phonics packet of papers and go to the worksheet 49. Okay, on Luke, I was reading the word Luke instead of reading the directions. On the directions, it says, use sight words. Do you see how it gives us this whole line of sight words here?
Yeah.
Use sight words to complete the sentence. Guess what we're not going to do? we're not going to write the sentence. We're just going to fill in the correct words. Okay, so if you are looking at your paper, it's exactly like mine up here on the board. So it has 3 sentences. You're going to use these, I think it's 8 words, 7 words. You're going to use these 7 words to fill in these 3, 5, 7 lines. Okay? Then it gives you a new set of sight words to use in these sentences down here. I'm going to have you complete this by yourself today. Okay? Do you have to rewrite the whole sentence?
No.
No. What are you doing? Just filling in the blanks so that the sentence actually makes sense. Any questions?
No.
Okay.
Wait,
Question? No. What's that? All right. Let's get those finished up.